Stress and anxiety can take a toll on our well-being, but did you know that certain negative thought patterns can make it even worse? These thought patterns often distort reality, leading to unnecessary stress and heightened anxiety. In this video, we're going to explore 5 common thought patterns that can intensify your stress and share how you can start breaking free from them. Let's start with catastrophizing. This is when you expect the worst-case scenario to happen, no matter how unlikely it is. For example, you feel a headache and immediately think, what if it's something serious like a brain tumor, despite there being no evidence of it? Catastrophizing blows problems out of proportion and creates a snowball effect of anxiety. Recognizing when you're catastrophizing is the first step towards stopping it. Next up is overgeneralization. This is when you take one single event and use it to make sweeping conclusions about your entire life. For example, your child acts out one day and you think, I'm a bad parent. I'll never be able to raise them properly. Overgeneralization traps you in an unfair mindset where you overlook your successes and focus only on mistakes, feeding your stress and self-doubt. Mind reading is another common thought pattern that adds to your anxiety. This is when you assume you know what others are thinking about you. For example, your boss looks serious during a meeting and you think, he must be disappointed in my performance, even though he hasn't said anything to indicate that. Mind reading can work in 2 ways, either assuming how others perceive your actions or guessing the hidden meaning behind their words. This constant guessing game heightens anxiety and keeps you in a loop of worry. Then there's black and white thinking. This is when you view situations in extremes with no middle ground. For instance, if your partner forgets a small anniversary, you think, they don't care about me at all. Black and white thinking leaves no room for nuance or progress, making every small challenge feel like a defining moment. This rigidity increases stress by preventing you from seeing the gray areas where growth happens. Lastly, rumination. This is when you keep replaying past events or worrying about future ones. You might beat yourself up over what you should have said in a conversation, or worry endlessly about things that haven't even happened yet. There are 2 kinds of rumination. One where you criticize yourself for past actions, and another where you obsess over what-ifs in the future. Either way, rumination keeps you stuck in an endless loop of stress. Now, what happens when these thought patterns combine? Sometimes they compound and amplify each other, making your stress feel unbearable. Let's take an example. Imagine you make a small mistake at work. You start catastrophizing, thinking, this will ruin my career. Then you overgeneralize, I always fail at everything. Next you mind read, everyone at work must think I'm incompetent. Your black and white thinking kicks in, I must be a complete failure. Finally, you ruminate over this mistake, replaying it over and over again and stressing about the future. When all 5 thought patterns occur together, they create a vicious cycle that compounds stress. The good news is, you can break this cycle. Over the next few videos, we will dive into each of these 5 thought patterns to understand why they happen and what you can do to challenge your assumptions and reframe negative thoughts into more balanced ones. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts. And stay tuned for our upcoming deep dives on each of these thought patterns.